I want to start with Syria. SDF military leader Mazlum Abdi recently stated that Syria should adopt a decentralized structure where all groups have the right to self-governance. He added that a centralized system has already failed. He also said that during his meeting with U.S. Ambassador to Turkey and Special Envoy Thomas Barak, that Ms. Barak came to understand that Syria cannot be governed from a single center. Given that and considering Turkey's strong opposition to any form of Kurdish autonomy in the northeast due to SDF's ties to PKK, an organization that is reportedly now engaged in a disarmament reintegration process in Turkey, albeit with no formal outcome yet, does the U.S. support the SDF's apparent push to establish a parallel or federal governing structure rather than reintegrating into the central Syrian regime? Has the U.S. position on Syria's territorial integrity shifted or softened in any way?
So in general about Syria, I think this is important. First thing I want to do is read a tweet from Ambassador Barak, our ambassador to Turkey, as well as, of course, our special envoy there in the Middle East as well, Syria and Lebanon. He tweeted, disturbing violence erupted yesterday, this was on August 4th, I should say, in Sueda and in Manbij. Diplomacy is the best way to stop violence and build a peaceful, lasting solution. The United States is proud to have helped mediate a solution in Sueda and to be co-mediating with France the reintegration of the Northeast into a unified Syria. The path ahead belongs to Syrians, urging all sides to uphold calm and resolve differences through dialogue, not bloodshed. Syria deserves stability. Syrians deserve peace. When it comes to, I guess you're asking about Turkey and the
single center governance, did you change your stance on that?
Well, no, first of all, Ambassador Barak continues to engage all parties to ensure security and calm for all Syrians. But we are continuing to support dialogue with the Syrian government and the Syrian Democratic Forces aimed at integrating the SDF into the Syrian military. Of course, we welcome all productive meetings between the SDF and President al-Shura. We also support the SDF's intent to transform the current ceasefire in northeast Syria into a comprehensive and lasting peace. And of course, it will be up to Syria and the new government to move the country toward peace and prosperity. I can say that when we look at the notion of a comprehensive, inclusive government, of course, that is the way that it has to work. And I think, as we've talked before about places that have been unstable, that's been the point, is that we're working for stability. And I think our position previously still stands, certainly. And we continue with democracy being vitally important, as well as diplomacy when it comes to the nature of how we solve the problems there.
A short follow-up, please. Is the U.S. following Turkey's newly formed parliamentary commission that is reportedly working to end PKK's armed campaign, potentially through reforms and in counterterrorism criminal legislation change for a peaceful transition? If so, how might that effort affect your approach to northern Syria and your ongoing partnerships on the ground?
Well, first of all, we won't comment on actions that governments are taking internally when it comes to legislation or moves that they seek to make. Nor will I discuss the impact on what our negotiations might be or our relationship with other governments that are affected by something like that. At the same time, I'll take that back to a degree to see if there has been any remarks or elements that might be helpful. And again, for those watching at home, when we say we're going to take back a question, it means that we're going to get an answer to that question in some form and get it back directly to the reporter as well. So I think we've got a good track record in that regard. All right, yes.